back from inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody. They'll stop him at the 16. First down for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And that defense gets through it, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, but it's getting worse now. Defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
Give to the running back. Cross the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
5 to 6 yards of that usually equals a first down every couple carries, so don't forget about the run game. Keep your eyes down that run.
Got it. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The give to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
This offense came into this one wanting to establish the run on their first 3 plays of the game in their own end. Run, but they don't pick up the first down. Now it'll be interesting to see if they...
Oh, it's a phony punt. They're going to run it with the up man. Keeps the legs moving.
I love the aggressive nature. They told us coming into this game they were just going to let everything go. And here we are in the first drive of the game. They line up in the punt formation, and they fake it. Not just that, they pick it up, and this drive is staying alive. I love it.
Toss sweep to the right. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
There's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you fought. You want to come out with a great start in this football game.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
That They'll go to the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Yeah, the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. He will step out, but not before they pick up a first down for this offense.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Movement here from the tight end. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Here we go. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here we go. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Northwestern moving the ball expeditiously. Just when they're looking run, now up top. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Double. Get ready. Maverick.
Looking to pass. It's right. Unloads to the right. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Double.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Patriot. White 53. White 53.
From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, your quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense. Beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit.
Pushes forward for a pickup at 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
And those physical runs tell the toll. It might not be a big
this offense?
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the move, it's Edwards. Found a little space, and he's got forward to the 35.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep his third downs managed. You throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now they're set up for 5th.
The Wolverines will keep this drive going.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
Man, what a break. Great job following the football. Great job having some awareness. The running back coughed it up, but teammates there to pick him up, following the football. Listen, it's lucky, but it's a good job by the offense.
Let's go.
2nd down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Crosses for 30. And they swarm him under.
Now, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a line defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematic.
Looking to throw, it's Warren. Throws to the tight end. And it's picked up. Didn't get a try on the return. The most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback. He had 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Let's go.
Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Well, yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, David. To me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Now on 2nd down.
Single. Red 54. Red 54.
defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
Black 14.
To the air. It's right. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man.
mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
325.
Handoff to the lone back. Sweet right there. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Okay, ready?
Now on second down.
Set. Ready?
Scanning the field, it's Warren. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Right.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and
42 Spiders. 4-2 Spiders.
8. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Beautiful play call offensively at the perfect time. In that situation, the defense obviously expecting pass, so they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
Ready,
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Run in the red zone. It's Edwards. What a nifty one there to pick up the first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the option. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Ready up.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 4th down. They can't pick up the first without scoring.
Gringo. Gringo. Ready.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
On the
The
ready.
offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down.
And blue. And blue.
And Northwestern offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive to go here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think they have too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On the move. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on-design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, you can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
On 3rd down, going up top. Fires the pass. Intercepted.
You know, quarterbacks have to be careful throwing over the middle of the field, especially when you're playing against a safety with this kind of range and this kind of football IQ. He was locked in on the QB, knew exactly where he was going with the ball. He was able to jump in front of it and pick it up.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll try the run. The ball pops out. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work.
Let's go.
Makes the quick grab. And he was cruising in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. They move the tight end all over. Looking for a man. It's right. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive.
Blue 22. Blue 22.
From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Northwestern ready to dial one up on 1st down.
Ready, team.
He'll ride his man on the option. Quarterback gets him out. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got him first and goal.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the run game. And with his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
Let's go.
The Wildcats trying to get a touchdown on first and goal.
Here we go.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Looking for block. Another ball is knocked free. Scoop up on the kicking team.
It's also a tough skill because you got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and the ball security becomes an issue.
Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive and see if you can get a touchdown late.
While knowing that I've got 3 in my back pocket. Don't force the ball into a bad situation, but we'll definitely try to get a touchdown.
See if they do it again on second down. Looking to throw, it's right. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off. The defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Northwestern.
Great thing about spreading the defense. I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're beating. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of the matchup, and getting in for the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that three-way scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. They're just about ready to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he winds up right where he put him on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Warren. He's right on target. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's looking on the right side. And it's picked off for the third time today. And the He'll call for the fair catch here. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
Can anyone catch it? The 40, the 30. Touchdown, Northwestern. And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing. Now they have extended this lead, guys. Starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
There can be no panic at this point. They've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now like that.
And you just need something good to happen in this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If they're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. And Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They are getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Still on his feet at the 45. Racing to the right. Inside the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get it on the ground. Touchdown, Wolverine. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. He can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right. All kinds of running room. Inside the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd. He'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous when he gets into the second level. Great vision.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, like, I got him. No, I do not bring the big ball touchdown or pad those stats, young fella.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty damn quick.
On the run, it's Edwards. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them on the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking left. He's got it. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. They're going to throw it again. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be fast. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. They'll try it on the ground. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Warren. Fires to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this safety is a ball. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. You saw it right there.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again?
I think you keep it up for everything, but honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Let's go.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10.
White 53.
they'll give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop, maybe get a little momentum.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Looking downfield, it's right. Using the quick game. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking for a gap. It's Edwards. And the Wolverines pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And he's now over 150 yards on the ground. And days like this can put you up with those legendary Michigan runners.
And that's why you come to Michigan. You know you're going to get fed. You are going to be a back that gets the football, that chews up yards, that always has a lot of success and gets a ton of carries.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. 3:25. To throw, it's Warren. Going deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. possessions really need to cash in on this drive. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll try to get outside. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Edwards. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. Sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide. Dump in the football. Let him make some catches and see if I can't get some big plays out.
They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Let's go! They're going to go right back to him on first down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3.
Black 24.
Dropping back, it's Warren. Fires to the right. Got it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down. It led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
All right,
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Here's the handoff. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here.
Let's go.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now on the option. Now the toss. Finds a crease at the 20. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
Exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on first and goal. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation. Building on that.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the ball is loose on the return. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come up with a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. A lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep it.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Touchdown, Northwestern! And the punishment has been extended. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and keep your foot down. You get opportunities like that, there are more chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field.
Get set, get set.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Loveland. Oh, look out! And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Wolverines want to move quickly.
Let's.
Trying to find his man on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game.
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here with a big lead in the game. We're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Throws toward the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're getting your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Add their stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll try it again. Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. And you saw it on that.
Let's go. Race.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? They go to the ground. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning.
42 Spider.
Back to pass, it's Warren. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Trying to beat the D deep. They almost had another interception as everybody clear on which color jerseys.
Got it.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He'll just keep slinging it. Grab behind the line. It's Edwards. Smashes through. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he throws another interception. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 1st down here for the offense. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact. And every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season, but this game matters more. And it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other and went to different schools. Jesse, you can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right. And I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many uncharacteristic mistakes, and as a result, they take the L.
That's going to do it for us from here for Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack,